Can say report no a cover 2017 to 2025. Men so me Juma or embassy hall from 2019 to 2021. So it was around March 2019 to July 2021. The Envan say 2 years and 4 months.
Naagyei FM.
Na offer report no so a baby a hoden ne dodo ni gina pa ye 2021 late 2021 all the way to 2025. Tina me can be say o share report na hoden baby a omo in fact me can na hoden 19 million na omo kan offer report na omo disaggregate the different types of transactions
Naagyei FM.
Any sane money na any afi kra ana infi kra sa transactions ni nyina see na ofa dodo na no almost see a year 2021 to 2025 largely na me ni ho na baby a omo ka se efa and only by 2019 to 2021 or 2 and only welfare partner or the Tosubio report no say ubia edi kan ebo enipaku bia auditor general na to nanum to say omo ni nipa ofre omo say key personnel just say enipaku bia omo na Neni eda omo so se oye omo ho nhwehwemu
do omo no ye persons of interest
obi sa nipa ni nyina no medin
Naagyei FM.
Okay, report ni nyina ye 220 pages 220 pages no obi medin ni baabia na yan reference mi o baabia na yan trust summary bia o baabia amfa me ho baby a medin bae no epie baby mienu de di kan eye table bi a omo yeye se nipa bi a sika bi na omo de hyehyɛ omanim. That was the first
Naagyei FM.
The tosu mienu eye table a eye accountant no chiri mu sika or the maye as benefit no the edisika no ekoyeye inti offer table 1 na in fact offer page I think page 20 or so a hona manasi no ekropoye so page 20 no a hona manasi ekropoye
Naagyei FM.
Page 20 no list mimi din ane empanyifo kakra bi na menka we no so say there's another page 66. Let me correct it. Page 66. A hono and a list disbursement. So page 20 ni there a list a hona manasi de to abontin I will say September bank ne query and this manema. A hono say we read the report na accountant no kra no chichi mu say sa 3,000 na ehye enipa nanim na meme de ye 800 eno ne nye disbursement na no no de ye frɛ no omo frɛ no accountment treatment eye a method omo fa so to close accounts because now apparently no minister no the directive aba say welfare account be omo closing no in doing that
Naagyei FM.
One what threshold be they have to meet. So almost disburse sikanema officers be 3,000. So money we are monsa refund the sikanema because that is the only way we can get the money out of the account and close it. Inti sa it was more or less accounting treatment. Obi me sang sheye we ni nkomodi we ya money minister ni di ye any bank account I be ye ni
Naagyei FM.
Ni wa report ni se me na me ka ho e mu bie ni wa report ni kan say me na me nim hu bibi emu bia ni wa report ne ka say me bi ye bibi efa ho nothing report na nka bibi asa nothing like that. So let us put it on record. Now,
it means as while you worked
Naagyei
there,
FM.
This so-called embassy welfare account, no, now you didn't hear of it.
Obi Mejuma as head of information and public affairs. Banking accounts, the accounts I did it has nothing to do with me. In fact, so Ubusame say embassy, bank cry no money omudilia. I don't know. And in your report, you can who said not embassy bank ni dealia. Mimi because enyeme juma.
Yes.
And I have no bearing to even go and ask anybody say bank ben na embassy. In fact, send me busa question it will look fishy because at the end I won't hear some information for. So I don't know the number of bank accounts are embassy no. And I mean banks are embassy in your juma. And I mean that account names and the account types the embassy has. It has nothing to do with me. Maybe the NSA Yasumami, Minister Asumami Sequoia Juma as head of information and public affairs. The Meye Biano made the court the friend of head of chancery and I am fan say head of administration or Nama copy head of mission. The ASC Mammy who sika de koyeno, say be a pen and make kota, make sure say the office here pen. Head of mission, Beshe, head of chancery, so Beshe, ya jitum pen, and the near the pen I then Abrel. And that is how the embassy works. I have nothing to do with bank account, none whatsoever. And he said, Obi, me hono, see a say me due clothing allowance, and I'm due impress. Even say utu kwanya ya kase na me wo hono utu kwanya within US. I think say na $30 a day or something. It is at $30 a day. No, what I will do is say me ba metro say me to kwanya for this number of days. In TBI 3 days $30 a day times 3. Me diana say me dia koma penny head of chancery no I transmit ya koma treasurer. Na say $90 no de be mama or dia mama. Account to our coffers as you can free mono. I wouldn't know. Bibi to say clothing allowance, other forms of allowance, other benefits near there. I wouldn't know. And he said, embassy I say 2021 no mawo that year na me wo me second born.
Okay.
Me wo no January. And me cry me free embassy ho July. Until me free ho no. Apparently that was when they processed the gift for me because not everyone can more mommy gift a processor omo ye wo ho dada.
Every other staff benefit from Sadia no.
Every other staff. In fact, me wo ho lady baako ne be wuye, man baako ne be wuye. Until the embassy will make those donations to them.
FM.
It me wo ye no. Throughout. It me free a whole around me free whole I believe July 20th or 25th, something around that day.
FM.
Maybe around 3rd week of July or so. Me free hon. And now I'm processing payment in the county. You share document now make a page 127. I want a listing. Say me no, you decide $800 in the mommy on July 14th.
Yes.
2021. Which is just about a week or 2 weeks before I'm in free. And I'm processing no much. And see,
Naagyei FM.
Na imagine mo na na me dey tikana almost makoji. I was shocked. And see, me yam investigation no, and me enipa na o process na o kaso o kofi na o refi say o buy no. O be wo o ba wa ha. Na numu na o kono be kaya ye ka kire o say see amount a gift for your child. And only a process $800 in here then at the count. Until be maybe no everyone say your more package be on the amount say be our last payment. And I think they have another one that has to do with ABR or packing. So packing on near now ship or names. All these payments they will process and pay for you.
In all those other benefits, no? Omo dada.
Omo tria say ni amaka say omo say wo be kwa say wo the letter be to say o be ko.
Yes.
They will process all your final payments ni ade ni
Naagyei.
And now the 14th no any payment ni nyina. In fact, e be back together, e be back e be a what ni nyina here approval. And then all of that from the various processes. See me dey say when I qualify a mame. Obi me dey sabi o obi akobia account. Say your account.
But if all the other benefits due you now have been paid, now 800 way clearly benefiting so I need you as child benefit. Every other staff benefit from Sadiano. Why has this become? Is it because of the so-called account or Mrs. Candy Free Mobile Intiana?
So Manasi no argument are all you say. Obi the intia me di we ni nyina ba and say na me pese clear to achieve for say anybody awo embassy ho no say wonye signatory to the account.
Yes.
Who need a certain position and you will not know all the financial decisions that go on.
Oh, of course.
Na me pese
Yes.
Now, Manasi
and as a matter of fact, no, there is nowhere in the reporter a claim say who create account be and I say now we name the source of fund and I say control.
Yes, ya mommy din wo baby ah. Me din e be mo an say ye tua $800 mame. Few me din e be mo no. Na mistake or whether deliberate or not ni say. Manasi fa document no. Ofa page 20 na uko page 66 na. Page 20 no ho na me see accounting treatment na. Accountant ni treat you report ni mo no.
Yes.
Said they needed to withdraw the money, so they withdrew the money and gave it to officers for the officers to refund it. Interestingly, no, but somehow the auditor inserted my name there. But I know they are a different matter. But over page 66 now, page 66 is where the actual disbursements happen. It will be all the names about 28 people. Within a certain time period, no, omunya sikanibi. Enti hona obi who say the highest crowd was $800 and the lowest was $300. Ebinya 300, ebinya 400, ebinya 500, ebinya 800. Enti that list would have shown say this cannot be a create, loot and share. Obi sabi obi or your driver or embassy or no one go pretty to share. So if that list, Manasi had averted his mind to that list and shared even that list, no crowd from them, it would have been clear. So it looks like this was given to almost everybody in the embassy, as little as 300 and as high as 800. Now, Obi. Ushe Auditor General's report na sama hoka or say ono ni dinani bubu adinani susua a free 2021 copying 2025 and niema bi a course no any contract bi a embassy ne nkofo signing ebetimi aba say tieni yo or say they estimate that company may have accrued as much as 19 million. Through their estimation, no more say they estimate say about 170,000 ABR millions na beba na visa na be omoki kan ni na bomwa e betimi akodru
19 million.
19 million. Obi over 19 million in na emu 98.999%
Naagyei FM
auditor general no ankyerɛ baabi a sika no kɔɔyɛ hwan na kɔɔ ne hɔ ɛne hwan na gye sika in the report. Now, the only place our auditor general no etimi appointee and say one, baby the Stefan, only one company, and baby the welfare account. A hona name almost a yen bemono. Now welfare account no. Contract na embassy ni nkofo bi sign no. Sa nkofo no a voluntary contributions to support the welfare account. Inti saa voluntary contributions no enu bi na omususu say
omo chama staff
omo di tia staff no obi asami nyina ni o
Asempa FM.
How can anybody in his right sense of mind
Naagyei
respectfully say mimi kofitonto mimi nim contract obi ni obi assign Mimi nim sika obi ni obi je. Mimi nim enkoma obi ni obi di. In fact, enkoma e free Ghana eba embassy ho no se mfa me ho a mimi hu bi.
Yeah.
I will never cite. In fact, the documents are controller no auditor ne cite yes correspondences between the embassy and Ghana. Obi until me who report na me who be brother. Because that is how the embassy works. And if it doesn't relate to you, you will not see it. Say, Mimi Minister Nadia Bar, it will come to the diplomatic bag. The HOC will review, head of chance, and then they will forward it to me. Say, document it through office Abeni. But the year between Ministry of Foreign Affairs, any Ministry of Foreign Affairs officer there, me memo. And a tearful
Naagyei
go ahead.
Yeah, internet for clarity, $800 we no na a one-off payment.
What that could pay obi? It's a one-off payment or more ma me for me bano. Se ma wu ba me nya benefit or more donation to me.
Okay. In the Anyesika na every month omutia the amount. Just one.
In fact, obi, me na make us me crowd me free ho.
And
20 around 19 but yeah, I don't remember that July
okay.
And a payment in about 14 and to me dear say bianca na me the so hona that she be me qualify for another benefit that would have been a different I wouldn't know, but as the record reflects only one payment which has to do with me ba mawono and the embassy near that dane the me koto wo obi me boni am anything.
The other thing will be when the money was sent, per the practice in the embassy, omo correspondent message be letter be a say ye tria BBC amount as contribution to child benefit and as a BBC.
I know the Obi embassy omo with different interest and different transactions
Okay.
So you will be a cry one now the interest ebeko. You will be a omo ne be issue. But every transaction be omo be embassy for no omo note omo chro. Accountants for no omo note omo chro. Into read the report now on page 127. Accountant ni indicate say sa sika we ye the ma for those who have life-changing events like death or birth.
Yes.
It indicated in there. And what it means is that Sanka, Auditor General, no, enya a copy of that voucher now. The voucher would have stated the reason why the $800 was given to me.
Okay.
But what
yeah, I get you.
But clearly, no, who read the report now, you realize that all the decisions the auditor took was based on email correspondences, not financial documents.
Asempa FM.
Because some based on financial documents, they would have seen, say, this amount was paid for child benefit.
Yeah.
Naagyei FM.
And in fact, query accountant needing a response by and say these were the reasons. And to the least the Auditor General could have done is say that page now or true yes unkofuaji benefit. They could have summarized something there. Say, fine, yeah, free say account, yeah, free say account now a free mobile. Yeah, what question
Naagyei
they should have
FM.
summarized. Say, any panel moji Canada, they collected the money as normal payments to them for life-changing events. Obi throughout the report, Auditor General couldn't establish corroboration. Be I say, Obi AD and Obi abeti you. But then I make us say, me crowd here, me dia mother be apart from tables now. A show say you tear 800 cities. But me crowd here, Obi.
Naagyei
Auditor General,
FM.
the a reporter, a Public Accounts Committee. Public Accounts Committee or Honsim Phobia Obebusa. I don't really want to say giddy biasa. But the hamika can say. Emra me enra na me home family cry. Bear 2 days in my yare kaka. Tiano pame daha fever chimney. And na me who send call for Sunday Manasi story now, initial story now, yeah.
Naagyei FM.
Me be article now me reading. How na me who the screenshots now no I hear from the Auditor General's report. And I'm shooting a message. Oh, bro, I just saw that you have attributed these things to me. No, and no only attributions now from the Auditor General's report and was sending me the relevant pages. Me raise concerns. Oh, I mean these things. I mean I don't even know where these payments no come. I don't even know because as of the time I didn't know what they were talking about until later in the day. Obi, some manasi kasa may try to even explain myself. That time no one will screenshot it. Baby, I'm doing one will publish it. No. So it begs the question, no manasi a person at least or yes fair in even listening to me. And what I have to
Naagyei
say,
FM.
and I say on the also why you're not being so bayan or so bay. I want to harm kakra. Because Obi maybe manasi me baby me person me but there was a time he did an article. Now there was some fourth estate for a year. Now there were some errors kakra. Inti I know the man me pen a number, and I'm a friend. I'm so bro. I just read your article. Some of the data points are wrong.
Naagyei
You may want to
FM.
look at it and correct it. That is how I established connection with him. Like brothers are supposed to do.
Very well.
And think me church Masim oh this at least that's the least you could have done. Then Obi, you send me respectfully to hang me. I see say Sikana Auditor General Eka wants a minimum Obi. Now all true I was
Naagyei
saying.
FM.
Manasi as well sure this is how the embassy officers created and looted and shared using the embassy's welfare account. Obi, let the record reflect. Of the $19 million, Sika input from their own saying in a bar auditor's account in money, 24,000 as I say. Ah, me meaning who she, meaning who much, meaning who.
Naagyei
How
FM.
can that be a creation? Sharing and looting of 19 years. How can that be? Obi miraho. And I reho sem say, see ye kuketa se shene proya. Ye ma periperio ini ye nimukai. Minye bonibia. In fact, Auditor General report na amumidin didn't say I am suspected, didn't say I have to refund anything, didn't say I committed any crime, didn't say I
Naagyei
collaborated or colluded or contributed. Nothing. The report said nothing about me.
Very well. Kofi, I believe your point is well made, and the report is public. Into Ubia Bitimi Enyebi Akai. I mean, when you read the report, for such audit report, people are reporting, incriminating, their names are mentioned in the report. Said they as a parliament they know who to tackle and who not to tackle. And said they work and nowhere in the report is your. Are you incriminated in any scheme? Inti ye best see now ya share what happens now. Bibiania ye best have the wedding komobio. Why?
Obi medasi vibre.
Ye nso ye dasi. Kofi Tonto and ye chain and kano en kanena or ye a head of information and public affairs. Ewo Ghana embassy ewo Washington DC and amotesi and AD and Komo. And as we've done for the whole of this week, no ye ne NPP aspirants nibi. ABD and Komo Omua agena for regional elections. Now what you and any binum BD and Komo ene yebenya regional organizer aspirant Moses Abo EU studio ha and women organizer aspirant and so you say perpetual Asante we have a who studio ha na ya share etumi edi enkomo Asempa FM Sony o adwin chira obet media brand 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 na yini enkomo we say obi. The demonstration yesterday in Brekum against Galamsey was very successful. Anyway, why must these two political cases be rushed before the legal vacation? There's nothing the nation loses. Okay, Inti. There is nothing the nation loses.
Naagyei FM.
Okay. There is nothing the nation. There's nothing the nation loses by waiting. The apparent haste and the unusual political support for the Chief Justice raises serious questions. If power can influence our institutions this way, our democracy is in danger. Where power appears to make even the Chief Justice seem authoritarian, gusty man, brikum, and I won't the way abreye. I'm listening to you, but remember when the issue broke out and you called the young man involved on your program. I would advise Kofi Tonto to stay quiet. My regards. Ato Kwame which issue broke out? Guy na IT guy binana. And I don't have a connection to it. Okay. Anyways, ma menkwa na mene lawyer Tiayeboa, former deputy attorney general Eni Enkomo on this whole conversation around legal vacation. Ma menkai mo amoshe yen YouTube say your best remo your network na MSC app.
Naagyei FM.
You do stream na ekate ya science was start new one, but still and there are some challenges with the stream. Inti mo de be yen, and please bear with us. Yenko ahomane so lawyer akwa bana pom to saying hello. Oh, okay. Lawyer Ahomano article. Until let's work the lines and get him back.
Naagyei FM.
Yentwasu in cover, but the Asempa Star 2026. Asempa Star 2026. You don't want to mess. It's a which who say you have what it takes to become the biggest thing on radio, then please, you know, so that journey has just begun. You can become the next Asempa star, like Eric Esiedu Buedi.
Naagyei FM.
Your friend is saying Bernard Padibuchi, Raphael Amenyo, and your more through this reality show, Omabeye superstars. If you are passionate about the media, if you have a voice that commands attention, you can entertain, inform, engage, and connect with an audience, then this is your moment. Asempa FM, yeah, ton safre, why would you who say what talent to become a big star in the media?
Naagyei FM.
Say register for the next edition of Asempa Star. Say who say we broadcast journalist. Say the meteha ubetimi a present sport, ubetimi a commentary, that sports commentary, ubetimi presenting news, ubetimi a host of an entertainment show, ubetimi a reporter, a newsroom reporter, or generally you have that talent, that flair, that personality to become a radio personality, a media personality, then we want to hear from you. where your opportunity at the mount to showcase your talent, demonstrate your personality, and take your first step towards becoming the next Asempa star. In the Edai Pa na wo chain, get your phone ready, record a short video introducing yourself, and tell us who you are and what you are interested in, and why you believe you have what it takes to be the next Asempa star. Keep it short, confident, and authentic. Now send the video, no? Say introductory video. Fabra 0531 00 3813 0531 00 3813. Your voice could be the next big voice on Asempa FM, and you can be that next big personality in the media here in Ghana. Your journey starts now. Register for the Asempa Star 2026. And Asempa Star 2026 is proudly sponsored by Compute Ghana. Passion for technology. Lawyer Chia Yeboah Homan. So lawyer Akwabana, it's a saying.
Ayo, minya obi na onswe.
Nyame adom, ye papa.
Oh,
yes, I mean the directive from the CJ said for some specialized court entrance during this legal vacation, now they should hear cases. Is it new? Before fro, unti bida.
All right, minya me that's
Naagyei
FM. The current form abano and amani new, but now enya the America say new. The American sign say the current one is a decision yet take say lawyers and could see matters during vacation, but lawyers any input into that decision. In fact, before independence, na bruni fita na oheyen so. E drew a fibia bosumen son no da e twatwa.
Naagyei FM.
Court of Appeal Supreme Court. Ekwa akwama. Omo kwa omo sign ba bosumi du no first week. Enya independence be sin ne. Transi share na ene wo. Na mmom se ba se omo kwata akwama na High Court no Chief Justice appointed judge dem mo hwe akire mayen. Abra ye koyi. No mo dwuma omo ye ene se ensem bi ebeba a hunya se ye tini bi e ka ntemo no. I was a omutini a Casansemina. The say A B and I at Chubi. Yea, here bill. That's High Court at them, a money bill. And now say A B and I will be a paying junction. The person say as empire, if they say betum. Muslim is a comfort, but on fast on yet. If there's some court any money, Muya Mubakona Court judge between all trains or between ideas, my bra court on what Pama. And now say Mpo be a free move. Nani pa no 1 year will na pese kwaje nkrata letters of administration e defend jeopardy so ta ade no vacation judge
Naagyei FM
anas empo bia ye will nani pa na wu na ye pese kan will na ye kwaje probate so sa ne man kiti we ya na vacation judge sa a free independence be sin ne omoye nemo there's a special dispensation do baby to get a vacation judge se man kasa ye di bonkru mo bi tutu obi ano no be mo wadi na Quine Ben so na all this one ye fast no. The practice I ho yam the judicial service judges na enim a lawyer for na enim and say the vacation judge
Naagyei FM
sama bra obi ekugina da kremu abonkru amobi atoto na no a lawyer for a omo no odika mo ya we say case we and ma de ba ku mienu anamien sentinel the menya anka I was vacation no yidi a basa lawyer from case no almost almost extra madwen no mu nyina ko bankro mu a na judge na ka so munya matem wase de me try come chief justice na ma me 2 media metena se na ma di asem ya bom
Naagyei FM
bi ti aja so me ne sana se e bi a case bu ho obi abebo nkro nipa no mfie no ko animu osan eyare osome nsun ya so alo ye ni a otuna no entuna no nwie wo ka so de pa ko hye bo so dwumu a anhwa na ameto no the speaker said, "You share with him to the United States. I'm a Chief Justice. Am I said to me, now you find me and some of that you walk the vacation. Now, so and maybe a bay, a lawyer put your life for case when you sign a buy it. The buyer is a Chief Justice, a warrant, high court, almost say, I'm a warrant, and same way, you dear boom crew. A same way, make I say, the SC pain beyond the idea, lawyers no, it's your mercy. No more in front of Mobako. emra na yewo office no yebe kai beige capital
yes
Michael Ninaku or something na you didn't case ewo just a fiesta wa botchi no e court no bi akosa judge no court no bia no ye case na mo man number of hours a ubegina so ebisa nipa no nsem na edu July end no 2023 na adance du adaka mu a Ninaku lawyer no entoto na no enwiye enti just a fiesta judge can say oh we need 2 months of vacation e dia asem na o ka tula ko na nim say mo beti mo ho ase a anka enkopa warrant infisi ye wona anka vacation inya na mienu pe na Ninaku lawyer emra emetoto sa dance ni ano so her record na lawyer for no exi omo ho ase e na judge ni gina so ekoji tumi efi chief justice so e na wode na mienu e ma Ninaku the lawyer no etoto sa dance ni ano sa e na ye no if it is be seen there but ene die woman say munya warrant me to asem no so enti no say yanka se minya ya minya me giri say yana sanya sana ya chiri ya man na ba be seen there we say a lawyer for so ye nipa the high court judge what of a P judge supreme court judge I imagine so called vacation ko humia lawyer ni dia humia enye yi ana the lawyer ni bia oni ma so make any say edu July edu August September lawyer for some rain na ye de hume e say court na wo form district court the circuit court the year adwuma de back me pa me nko high court esro ko na me ye case that bring lawyer for so no yenya kwan go to kwan conference ye ba conference pre nema e wo nyina na we dia say lawyer na say show say guachi umpu ye mo ye adwuma nye sa na e wo say emra no ye hwe no ya hwe sa de we yi a de be ba ne say oh e bitia ka say that like the chief justice the ma warrant say me mendan say that yes if you kwa na e no that is the interview is a lawyer for who is make say David mo me nya ne sa ni share doubt titia ya beto ya ide adwuma no ye fanya adwuma e bi mpo a senka lawyer for mu no judge ne mo ya we e no chem reason important pantia opese odi asem no do legal vacation e bia na nkasa de no bia ye dri because for example e bia judge na kasa oh me be vacation judge October November me ko me leave October November enti no ka ye nin sem se be ya October November na ye sign enko court enti e be ya ko pe warrant that let it say oh my lord you say ye say e ba san so for November ko ye bitin adan ahome that conversation we by ya kuni akanye ba bi ye dri na de wo ba se tintina nche ye de ye warrant awie ye koso no lawyers is very resist akase da bi ye koso the issue about selectivity say identity cases way and I can say this and something na currently say me wrong I think there are over 27 courts nationwide young year vacation judges obi we lawyer need you say central ni munko all the regions na vacation judges are omudi nsem ko say omubi edi asema obonkuru e wadaka mu kana dabi ta court we nu we nku anom so mo de ye bonkuru ama mo so atu nipa no vacation time nti ba sana amanfo e bi just na ye den adentira say nipa ewo mu tina sample so me ye ne sana na so because selectivity na me nipa no e ya den no bi say emu enwurem kaka ye wo nipa bi a o mansam wo court a o mato ajapade invest e build e bi won kan e bi kuma se bi osunyane ya ka musi no o mato iron rods mint ye di injunction atoso ya asem no court edu July pe ya breaki judge ne say munyina momra October na ye mra ne me starting 70 specific gidi sana se ye kono de ne ka open up na ka me no ka se me vacation side injunction to me client ni ma so ngani asem no vacation but yes anete you limited to a specific area and na simple say o hwe nsma ke legal vacation park am endorse paye murder trials o bi se ne onim no murder trial na judge ba ko na edi one a timamfo ni panson ene di asem no na se edi asem no ba kokora mpo ewu a mramu se o tam be shas asem na ase foforo eti July ya ye ko ye me say hundreds of them are high court grant ni anwie Naagyei fa sama ye ko October na juro ba kokora mpo ewu a case no de ye ni na no afiegu ye ba be shas ye foforo nti ye ko na ke o taka hoden no ko the big vacation case ba ka ho na ka sa hoden no ko sabio Hanan adubu an cases no one judge lady empo you may first time master judge in free more to say, could be me say, case, you better doctor then at was a new judge in a bar, or between a trust a broncas of a shas here for. But the best shas here for Crumpy Jai in October. No way, ye per se, ye 7 October. Me say, corner and 7 1. And I'll fire branding na and red a casta fat legal vacation. I am Rami and Sa CI 47 High Court for Procedure Rules, CI 19 Court of Appeal for Rules, and a CI 16 Supreme Court Rules. The Osha High Court there can once a year. A casta okay order 79 rule 1 na. A casta Chief Justice will to me say or Becca vacation judge in Abraham, circumstances required. There will be every day and pay for it. When the circumstances required, those see a cast A be a case ban and Numanami and saying you knew vacation was circumstances on any day. I was a committee as a case we and I'm a dear Baku, you know, me and son 19. There was special circumstances the case in the case no or legal vacation. A be a Sanchez Munubaya, Kanyanis and Ne. But
the challenge in so say lawyer in that same CI 47 no Osha order 1 rule 1 a case all provisions in this CI no apply to civil cases. The argument has been made say for criminal proceedings in our courts no the statute regulating criminal proceedings Court Act 30, the Constitution of the Republic. Baby, anyway, it can be about criminal proceedings. What we have in CI 47, no, just for civil trials. And also, what kind of thing?
Oh, behind the past original argument. So, in that case, no, I didn't have criminal matter to October. When that means a criminal matter, no, any idea for legal vacation.
Yes.
Because I can mean a criminal matters, any idea for legal vacation.
Yes.
The legal vacation, I didn't know all the other cases in October. Yeah, we're going to do this time round.
All the other criminal cases?
Yes, all nationwide. Criminal case, the idea boom crew at that Kemuno. Yeah, Jenny October, and November, and December. But me and some way there, the cast of Sanam Ranity, and in that case, no, all those cases, no, meet me a five second or charges and starting in some other cases, any robbery cases, or High Court. Bernam said, a judge for Chief Justice rest in him say a vacation a cover both civil and criminal law until cases, you know, and it's a High Court vacation and criminal cases for money. And the next time I work as any civil the NTA in any event. Offer civil procedures.
Also say criminal cases, Diana, during legal vacation, they work purely because of conventional. It has no basis in law like civil.
I'm very happy. So say based on convention. Based on convention, there and ne. Omo come here say the case our High Court criminal matter. First day you can say for the court October and that's in November. You see, I mean, no can say obi or remand. You no remand no on the case of a court to October. Nipa bebre.
Asempa FM.
But the convention so you move for all these years and they say you can't legal vacation a criminal cases because can convention. Convention in him said before independence, any post independence up to a number no can say any say you can't vacation there's no distinction say you call
Naagyei FM
civil matter or criminal matter. Vacation, a vacation.
But would you agree to more arguments? The CJ in South Directive or my, one tom rebia.
Oh yes. The Raman requires to Tima directive. But in terms of say hearing, proper hearing, say the assembly Casadia. I was the lawyer know the trial judge and you would discuss it. The say and if say then the warrant will apply. Oh, Shekrana, so Cassette, just judges see, here matters. The hearing there, no, the first question is a Muko because all the Okodas were emotion can have a hearing. But judges on my interpret this, I can hear now, criminal matters a boom crew, a can be. Because Ocasa for hearing now.
Yes.
bail application hearing.
Naagyei FM.
Motion for still proceedings a hearing. Motion to unfreeze accounts be no F for hearing. So why are the judges saying that in that case, no, be bunkru. So much on bunkru there, the practice since independence and pre-independence to and they say judges say a lawyer say woman no, also on your mocha. Because lawyer be answer on a plan.
Very well. And I mean, this whole, because we are all members of the bar, no, the public
Naagyei FM.
back and forth between the Bar Association, Chief Justice, and some lawyers, no, relative to the same way, no, how do we address it?
Oh, very simple. I think the Chief Justice and the bar leadership will have to meet. And perhaps say, moving on from today, we do legal vacation. Perhaps all criminal matters will be heard.
Naagyei FM.
Or we do legal vacation. Lawyers, some people will do case during that time, you know, during the legal vacation. That is the way to go.
Okay.
Or two months of your father's suit, that was Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Yeah, the panel can cast vacation. Exactly. So there must be a point of convergence saying because I had the Hana Yedru. But this back and forth, you know, Chief Justice Abagan and before independence up to date, you know, I observe that tradition, that practice there. Hearing of matters in vacation, the lawyers must be involved in that decision.
Okay.
And they in a way, no. They just said they be. Yeah, open. But I will be a bit against, we know, we've saying sanity. But it can't be passed, can you pay lawyers, Omushia lawyers, no, judge lawyers, HS, special reasons, winter, person, we have a communion agreement.
Yeah.
But starting out, you know, now, yes,
Naagyei FM.
Very well. My say lawyer Bibiania Yebesia Babidin Komobio. Why? But what's your understanding of this question? Legal vacation, judges, for judges and also for lawyers.
Oh, share and run it for the judiciary, those in the superior courts.
Yes.
Now, for them, they have to case, so they automatically miss more vacation. Because for my good case, so many know, almost the BNC. It's a many case of district court, circuit court, the court also in a vacation, menstrual vacation because the Kwame Kotu via elbow. Vacation judge, I make on for agent matters.
Agent matters.
It is a bass, your file appeal, I'm sorry, your file bail or Nasa man qua vacation judge on quite old because only matter dia since time memorial, I was in vacation. With regards to that time, intermediate, my file, now it's about only here of substantive matters.
Okay. It is the presumption is judge for never say Germany niho into lawyer for here vacation there. Now say judge neka say media me ba me nko vacation me ba. Ade na was a lawyer neka so no the vacation.
Obeba na ba obeba no oba be ye den because vacation by custom by parties in established practice and say for urgent
cases.
Ope se udi case o wani se ubunkru people tell you se ubunkru mo bi kunya da ka mu dia the practice any say lawyer say woman no also involved in that decision making process
na omunya ati omo ho ase
omo ti omo ase meaning said about cite one example. I think there's Samson. There was a case, I think one of the petitions in Walawale or something.
Yes.
I think they're doing vacation. They had 2024. Almost go through the processes. But they because definitely the parties agreed. The matter with the so agent say, also to be really young judgment said president MP for that constituency from that particular political party.
Okay.
So involve the parties. Very simple. Me ameno kasa. Vocation star judges and the case with the vacation court require any busy. So involve me. Mr. Lanka said, my Lord, case will mean to me, me to crime make a conference for your way. But obey this one. I know most lawyers may even want to avail themselves of that opportunity. But you know, be granted. Boss, just because make a vacation, many times here in I mean, I can tell you if you pick 10 judges, only one of them will say or not on his own, no, obey hearing in the vacation. Over 90% of them say no. vacation the enjoy my vacation. The vacation judge kwampo a the person me only urgent matters. Can you imagine? Say if we take Bono East and a half for the next 2 months, only one court, one judge, and a vacation judge. Ufa Northern region, Northeast Savannah, only one judge and a vacation judge. And the 2 other regions, Upper East, Upper West, only one judge. And so that judge now combine way he can because we need to understand the judge and the obedi main matters. Agents small matters are ever and obitin account.
Very well. Lawyer, may I now say thanks so much for the insight I would bring on this matter. Bibiani Ebesia Dinkomobi. Why?
My pleasure. All right.
Lawyer Alfred Fiayeboa, former Deputy Attorney General, and I'm telling kind of 5 minutes after 4. Ekosi saying Sunny. Yabesremo Mutie and say, Sada will share with YouTube and our stream na ekate. We are now back